and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome to the second video that I will be uploading today. Don't mind this, if you haven't seen my last video, it's just a bunch of dog toys that I have thrown over here. So if you're wondering what this is on the bed, it's not anything that exciting, but I'm very excited to give the dogs it. Okay, so second video of the day, we are going to be talking about that Trisha Paytas uploaded on her Paytas Hackman family channel, that one, a video called The Whole Johnny Depp Situation. It is a 13-minute long video, and I was about to sit down and watch it just for my own, like, personal sake, because I was like, what does Trisha Paytas, who is dating Moses Hackman, have to say about someone else's experience speaking up against violence or a bad relationship? So if you're not aware, oh, by the way, so what I'm going to be doing is watching it with you, but I just did a quick glance at the comment section, and I think it tells me everything that I need to know. So, if you're aware or not, I will explain very briefly. The Johnny Depp situation is between him and Amber Heard, I think is how you pronounce her surname. Now, Amber Heard had sued Johnny Depp, the actor, the famous, had sued Johnny Depp for basically abuse and all of this, and was basically, in simple terms, trying to ruin his character. So Johnny Depp has now countersued with a defamation case. Now, it is this insane legal battle, and it is currently going on. Like, it probably will be going on for a very long time. It already has. Johnny Depp has taken to the stand. Amber Heard is, providing evidence, and he's providing evidence that's contradicting that one. And what I already want to say at the top of the video is I'm 100% with Johnny Depp in this situation. I stand with Johnny Depp. And I'm apparently going through this. And by the way, the reason that I do stand with Johnny Depp is that there is just a surplus of evidence against Amber Heard. And people are saying that, well, Johnny Depp said this, or Johnny Depp said this on text, or, So here's my take on that. What people are accusing Johnny Depp of doing wrong is saying bad things. What Amber Heard is being accused of is doing, threatening, acting violently. So when people are like, oh, I stand with Amber Heard, and you ask them why, and they say, so this is going to give context to what Trisha is probably going to say, and you're like, oh, why are you with Amber Heard? Well, Johnny Depp said this on text, or Johnny Depp. And I can be like, oh yeah, that was a disgusting text, or that's disgusting what he said. No, he said that. Amber Heard actually did things. Amber Heard actually... You know what, I'm not going to necessarily get into it here, but Amber Heard has acted on the things that people are accusing Johnny Depp of saying. So I stand completely with Johnny Depp. So whenever I'm going through these comments, the overall consensus is apparently that Trisha is saying, believe all victims. Which again, I believe. However, for Trisha Paytas to say, believe all victims, and first of all, completely ignore all the evidence that Johnny Depp is showing, is so crazy. And past that, the fact that Trisha Paytas is saying believe all victims, however, she didn't believe the ones of Moses. So, why am I being called? Oh, my muckers, I'm gonna be honest, one of my friends just called me and we ended up talking for quite some time, so the sun is now setting and we are going to continue the video. So I don't know where I was at, but I think I was going through the comments and basically saying that Trisha is apparently going with the approach of Amber Heard is allegedly a victim, believe all victims, which is not really the case whenever there is a lot of evidence against said victim, but okay. And I was basically saying that Trisha is, like, pro-victim until it's pro-victims of Moses, allegedly. So basically the comments are also calling out the Moses situation, and they're also calling out the fact that there are similarities in people's opinions. I'm being very careful with how I'm saying this. people are saying that there's similarities between at least what we're hearing in terms of a toxic relationship. I'm not speaking about anything else. A toxic relationship between Amber and Johnny Depp that there was from Jason Nash and Trisha Paytas. Basically in the sense of, the top comment on this video says, Jason was literally scared of you, Trisha. Someone else said, we're going to go through the comments before we go to the video, and then I'm going to give mine at the end. Someone said, you have no business commenting on this. You have ABUSED'd every partner that you've had, ever. Someone said, they didn't sneeze, but they said, believe all victims except the ones that have inconvenienced you. Right, Trisha? Someone said, imagine the things Trisha was caught not doing. Her exes must feel so relieved that they survived her. So people are really intense in the comments. Someone said, isolated incident. Physical ABUSE isn't the only form of ABSE. You've ABUSED'd your partners in multiple different ways, Trisha. Someone said, to watch Trisha Paytas, a known domestic ABUSER, talk about this genuinely makes me sick to my stomach. Shame on you, Trisha. Someone said the bruise that you've left on Moses is way bigger than the bruise that Amber left on Johnny. Now, one thing I do need to say that is, I understand that they're making a point about Trisha bruising Moses by punching him. Allegedly. Well, I mean, there's photos. But one thing I do want to say is that Amber Heard has literally cut off Johnny Depp's finger, so let's not compare that. You know, we can come for Trisha, but not, like, what's the word? Take away from things that Johnny Depp has experienced. People are saying, you are an A, I'm just going to say A now, with multiple different victims. It's absolutely disgusting that you think that you have a right to talk about this. Someone said, although Moses may have forgiven you for being physically ABUSEIVE towards him, he will never forget. Someone said, this is a video that you should have kept in the drafts. Nothing you will say will be credible, and you are YouTube's Amber Heard. So, okay, so the comments are very much so not what you would want if you're uploading a video trying to give your take on something, but we're going to go through this. So this is, again, on the Paytas Hackman family channel. We're going to hear Trisha's opinions, and we're going to go through it. I am going to put it on 1.25 speed. This is Trisha's video. I am watching it for fair use commentary purposes. You can let me know your opinion on this. I will let you know mine at the end. Sorry, one thing I do need to say, I'm leaving New York tomorrow. I leave, I was about to say my time, but I basically leave tomorrow, right? And this is my last sunset I'm seeing. I literally want to cry. You know, I'm gonna be back in America in literally a month. I'm back for VidCon, but that's LA, and there's something about New York that's just so magical and so special. So I'm including this next part literally selfishly for me to look back on this and be like, this is what I was looking at in this moment. So basically I'm filming my video right now, and this is my view that I have. It is of the city, and I'm just gonna do this. So again, this is me being very selfish and taking away from the video just to show the sunset that I am currently seeing in New York. So Adam, take it all in, baby. Take it all in. This is what you've dreamed of. This is what you've worked towards, this moment. And whenever you were a kid, you would have never dreamt of this actually happening. You would have just dreamt of it. So thank you, muckers, for number one, making this happen for me, and number two, allowing me to selfishly include that little clip. Alright, so let's now get to Trisha adding to the conversation that people have had about her. I think that's a great way to put it. Alright, here we go.
Hi, good morning. I'm gonna go get my nails. My nails are atrocious. Fun fact about me, if I don't have curls, I will literally rip my nails off and bite my nails, which is really awful because I have an ASMR channel where my hands are the focal point. So I have two like good nails, and these just got ripped off. So I'm just gonna try and get them all like neutral. And I bought like baby press-ons for when I do my ASMR.
This isn't just nitpicking Trisha. I really hate whenever people vlog in the car, because you can talk on the phone in the car, connect to your radio, maybe on your phone. You're driving with both hands, and you're not necessarily looking at your phone. It's the same way I don't think you should be FaceTiming and driving. Whenever you're a camera, you're performing for the camera, and you are restricting your ability to drive a bit. I really don't like it. And this isn't just Trisha, like there's so many people that do this, and I just like, I really don't like it.
And I guess the rest of my hands are just gonna like this.
Like, look how many times she's looking at the camera, you know what I mean?
So this one I'm gonna be canceled, and I know I would say like stay out of drama, but obviously this drawing up thing is like everywhere, and like before all the like evidence has come out and come to light, right? I like again, for me personally, like don't comment on things because that you're not like directly involved in. Obviously, it's a really public court case.
Don't comment on things that you aren't directly involved in. Trisha Paytas, 2022. What? Was ist das? We have Trisha Paytas telling us not to comment on things that we aren't involved in. Ooh, isn't that a new one? Are we supposed to listen to you?
And all that stuff like that, or it was a big thing when the Amber Heard had her accusations come out and Johnny Depp, you know, was dropped and all that. It was like a big thing, but the thing is there was no like audio recording, there's nothing out at the time, right? So you kind of like, I don't know who to believe, and I feel like in those situations, like sometimes you just don't know who to believe, and there's this thing, which will probably get me canceled for saying this, is like, you know, believe all victims, and like
believe all victims until there is a significant level of proof against said victim, Trisha. Which I'm sure that you've dealt with in your own life about your current partner, because when you were on Frenemies, people were speaking out against their experiences with your husband, whether you believed it or not, whether people believed it or not, they were speaking out. So someone saying, like, until it's convenient or something, I think is perfect to say.
It's just so hard because I know firsthand both ways, right? I know firsthand where I've come forward and talked about something that happened to me and like no one believed me, obviously, because online my credibility is completely ruined and like I did that to myself, whatever, I'll take ownership of it, but it does suck when...
Are you talking about the Mr. Riney or Mr. Riley? I think it was Mr. Riney. I'm actually gonna Google this because I have messed it up once, and to be respectful, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Mr. Riney. Trisha Paytas, Mr. Riney. Justice for Mr. Riney. Okay, so it was Mr. Riney. So Trisha's saying that she has been on both sides of this. She has spoken up and people haven't believed her. Now, she's referencing Mr. Riney there, who is a teacher that basically, above anything else, she said he was like arrested and had a like all this, right, that had happened to her. And whenever people looked into it, none of it had happened. She was like lying on a dead man's name. Completely. And the family had to find out about all of her lies through her YouTube channel. So, this is not necessarily the best way to open this video, Trisha, but...
when you do come out with something and then someone else comes out with the same story and and people saw like she lied, but like they were not there. Like, these are people, like, not directly involved. You know what I mean? Then I've had it happen where someone in my life close to me, or a couple people in my life close to me, have had accusations where they denied it, and the other person was adamant about it. And again, you're one of those things where, like, I don't know. Like, obviously, if you're close to someone, you're you trust that person more than someone you don't know. And then it comes out
just like Moses,
that you don't know, that made up really horrific lies. Like, you hear audio of them, like, admitting that they made it up and lied and stuff, and you're just like, but the whole public opinion is, oh no, believe that victim, believe, believe that person. Even though I've heard audio recordings of people like saying, no, I did lie, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. And it's just so, it does, and it can like totally, you know what I mean? It's so sad both ways, always. It's always sad, right? But, some people can like ruin people's like lives, literally their lives, based on like complete lies, and I've like heard them admit to these lies. But then it's like, if you sue them, they get more attention, which is what they want. And also, like, what are you suing for when someone doesn't have anything other than, the truth to be out there? But then it becomes a spectacle, and no matter what, people will always, it's like politics or
I'm so sorry, but Trisha is so directly involved in so many things that are similar, at least to this case, that I feel like she's so not intelligent for making this video, because she has just highlighted all of that again. Like, why would she want to do that? That's in no way, like, all press is good press. No. No, Trisha, no.
Legit people will always pick a side, even when the truth is, like, blatantly staring you in the eye, right? And we're seeing that with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, and, like, I feel like the public opinion now is, Johnny Depp, he was actually the one being abused by Amber Heard. Allegedly, but not allegedly, because she admitted to it. Like, even her lawyer was like, oh, Amber Heard just hit him once, and then flailed on him in defense a couple times, so, like, yeah, she did abuse him. And again, not to say he wasn't toxic, obviously there's some really gross text messages from him, but, did she lie about him being like wife beater?
It's also important to note that Amber Heard's team have gotten all of Johnny Depp's, like, however long text message history, but they're refusing to turn over her phone. So, it's also not very accurate to, like, phrase it that just him having text messages, because they actually can't see if Amber Heard has said anything because they're refusing to turn that over, allegedly.
And hearing these tapes where she's like, I hate you, just get over it, and, you know...
What is she thinking
You know,
with
I've
this
had
video?
one physical altercation in my relationship, and
With Moses.
only one physical altercation. Not that it's only one. One is a lot.
Seriously, why is she making this video? Because she's now highlighting all of this again. She's now highlighting all of this, and this is not something you want to highlight. About who you're currently married to. You're highlighting that you relate to, like, the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation. What?
Is one too many.
What?
And I have been the one to lose my cool to, you know, to lose my cool, basically. And I talked about this before, and it's really hard for me to talk about because it's so embarrassing, and it's like,
so why
never happened. It wasn't isolated, so it never happened again, and it was something that, like, that should have never happened, and it's something that, like, hurts me to this day, and people obviously throw it in my face because they know that it's the worst thing that could possibly happen, and it's something that I can't take back.
Why are you bringing it up? You're doing
But I guess
this.
my point of all that is I would never...
What is it? What's your point?
I can own up to it, is basically what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I can own up to it. I would never, like, turn it around on someone else.
Congratulations. Is that what we're supposed to say? You're basically saying that, yeah, you know, I ABUSED'd someone, but at least I can say I did it. Amber Heard won't say that she did it. At least I can say I did it. Do you want praise for that?
And that is one thing I can say, and I don't care if, like, people laugh at me or, like, whatever. I don't care if people, like, don't believe me, but, like, I've never, like, lied on somebody ever.
So it's about Mr. Riney.
Because for me, I've always felt this way from day one of putting out YouTube videos, is, like, everything is easily found out, corroborated, all this like that. And I had an incident last year where people started calling me a liar, and just basically made up their own history, made up their own facts, got like nothing right. Other people came forward with someone's stories of mine, and basically just discredited it, ignored it, or said it was me creating fake accounts. So it's all frustrating, but I know, and the way I sleep at night is, yes, I made exposed videos on people that, like, cheated on me, and I regret that, but more I regret it because it's, like, just messy, and, like, I mean, I was young, but it's just messy. But I never said one lie, you know, about anybody.
Okay, girl, this is how she, like, she just sets herself up. I've never lied on any of my, like, past relationships. I've never, like, why does she say this? Because I honestly feel like she does this to fuel, like, pages that are against her, right? So that they can make exposed videos and they can show hypocrisies and then they're talking about her. Is that the aim? Is that the aim?
That I've exposed or whatever, you know, when you're really hurt and angry, especially when you're young, like, and especially me, I could understand, like, the psychology behind...
Oh, give us a lesson, come on.
You know, wanting to exaggerate, to really drive home, like, how much you hate this person and how much this person is...
Great point. So she's now saying that she understands when people will exaggerate when telling allegations against other people. She gets it. To exaggerate, doesn't matter to her.
Awful. But, like, I've never done it because to me, that's, like, I don't know, it's always been, like, ultimate karma. I had a really bad experience with karma, I guess you could say, because I put it out to the universe, and, like, it happened with a grandparent who I lied and said was, like, dying when I was very young in school. I guess to get sympathy, to get out of something. I don't know. I mean, I did have a really bad...
What? That is so deranged. I can't believe she just said that normally. She's like, yeah, I took my grandparent out. It was my karma. What the fuck?
A lying problem as a child. And again, it was never, like, I never would... Because I always knew it would, like, come out right.
Spit it out. What's the point here?
To me, I always thought it's easily found out if something did or didn't take place. Not always the case, obviously, but I just was like, oh, I don't want to even chance that. So it would always be something, like, obviously a grandparent dying is, like, you know, not good, but I thought the grandparent was far enough away.
Can I just say, this is not, like, related, how much it infuriates me that Trisha, Ethan, James, Shane, Jeffrey, all these people, Tana, Gabby, all these people can make videos in which they're saying the words that I'm spelling out, and their videos are put on the trending page and monetized. And you know, it's not about being put on the trending page or whatever like that. It's like, we have to dumb down our videos so much that it almost seems like we're taking away from how, I literally thought someone had entered my room because of a shadow of myself over there. That's how tired I am right now. Like, we're almost dumbing our videos down, which is taking away from the stories that we're telling, because we have to be like ABUSED or KILLED or stuff like this. Because otherwise our videos will probably get taken down, because commentary drama channels are normally the most censored ones online, which is why it's a dying breed. Oh, said the word. There goes the video. You know what I mean? And then these people can do all this, and look how many times she said it, and look how many times, like, oh my god, it really pisses me off from, like, someone who, I'm like, I don't want to be taking away from the conversation at hand, right? Even if I'm not specifically talking about something that has to completely do with ABUSE. But if maybe I reference it for like 10 seconds or whatever, if I don't spell it out, I literally will not get my video pushed anywhere. It will get pushed down because YouTube are like, ooh, this video's dirty. You know what I mean? It's honestly, like, speaking to you one-on-one as someone who creates content, it is so frustrating. And people really haven't called any of us out for it, but I do just want to let you know that it is something that really annoys us that we have to do. Anyway.
Taylor did that, like, nobody would find out, whatever.
I would much rather, at the start of my video, be like, trigger warning, today we're going to be talking about ABUSE. And then be able to say it throughout the rest of the video, so I'm not, like, taking away from the conversation at hand and, like, dumbing it down. Does that make sense? I feel like it does. Maybe I'm just trying to.
That grandparent and passed away, and I would always feel guilt for it. And if like, you know, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, looking at the universe, like, and something with death, I don't think you can really crown with the universe. It's like, you can be positive and optimistic and push good health for everyone, but death's inevitable, right? So I mean, I kind of have worked through that, but I really did blame myself heavily for so long over that, for putting it out there, and I like. And again, it's a little bit on a smaller scale, but not really. You know, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody. Anyways, all that to say, like, the whole Johnny Depp trial and all that stuff like that. It's just hard. It's just hard. I've been on both ends. I've seen both ends of people not believing me. It sucks. And then when there's no, like, concrete evidence, like, it sucks. But I got people commenting that weren't there saying, like, I lied and stuff like that, when they're just so far removed from it. It's so crazy. And that's such an awful feeling. But at the same time, there's issues like this that arise that, like, you know, things don't come out until you go into this big, elaborate, expensive trial, and all this attention's on your private life and your crap issues, and it's just, it really, really sucks. Obviously it's a really toxic situation. I mean, I feel horrible for Johnny Depp to be, you know, physically abused, and in a society when you're the man being abused by a woman, I do know, like, that stigma, unfortunately, firsthand, you know, like, and again, because it's...
You know the stigma. A couple minutes ago, you were trying to get us to clap for you because you admitted that you did something similar to Moses. What?
Me, like, what happened to me, like, I get...
Goodness gracious me, Trish.
It'll always be held over my head, as it should. As it should. I do think Amber Heard should always have this over her head.
But she's like, I shouldn't have it over mine.
Do I think she should not ever work again?
Yes, she should not work again. She should not work again. You know why? Because all of the studios stopped working with Johnny Depp because of what she said. Should Amber Heard work again? No. In my opinion. But I'm sure if she wants, Trisha Paytas will hire her for something.
Which we're, like, not seeing, but she hasn't gone on trial yet. I don't know. You know, it's a tough situation, but it's something that you should always...
It's a tough situation. It's a good way to put it, Trish. Good way to put it.
And obviously forgive yourself, and maybe you'll get to work again if you're lucky.
She's like, look at me!
I don't know. I think it's her lack of remorse and lack of... And just kind of...
You wouldn't have any experience with that, like, Trish.
Patronizing him over it, being like, oh, you're such a baby and stuff. At the same time, Johnny Depp's lost a lot of work, money, and reputation over this whole situation, and it's just really, really sad. And so I'm glad he's getting some justice. Obviously, like, again, usually these things are toxic situations. And at the same time, I have a little bit of empathy towards Amber Heard. I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing, but I do feel, you know, she has something. She has, like, over the inches attachment style, which I can relate to.
Girl! No. What you've just done is set it up that you're admitting that Johnny Depp is the victim, you're admitting that he is being ABUSED'd, you're admitting all this, and then you're like, but actually, I kind of love Amber Heard. Definitely a head-scratching moment, Trish.
Where she doesn't want him to leave her, and so she does everything possible to like continue to fight, so he keeps engaging with her. So
this literally is you and Jason. She said that, you know, oh, like she feels bad for her because she's trying to do everything to get him back and, you know, doing all this dramatic. That is literally what you've done to Jason. Didn't you literally admit to like driving into his house like high on meth or something like that? Which is just such a crazy sentence that I've just said. Oh, so many things.
Doesn't leave her, and I've been there in so many relationships, so it's like maybe untreated something, and so in that way I empathize, because when you're left untreated with like a mental illness, like it's dangerous to everybody, including yourself, and you'll soon isolate everybody, and it's really sad. So this whole situation's sad. Like I said, I'm glad Johnny Depp's getting some redemption in a situation where he was labeled the abuser, but was actually getting abused physically. At the same time, I think I might be the only person with a little empathy towards Amber, because I've been there, and it's not right, it's not okay, but
you've been there, so you're admitting that you have done that to your partners, is what you're saying. Be careful with your words here, Trish. Like, this is...
being untreated or, you know, all that stuff is very scary. It's the worst feeling, and you can get really low. And
why did she make this video?
About wanting to end his life. It's just a lot.
Why did she make this video? She has set herself up.
Alright, let me know what you think. I'm sensitive to like everything in the situation. It's all awful, and it's all awful. The whole thing's awful. When it comes to stuff like this, everything's awful. When people feel some type of way, they feel slighted, they feel
Lord.
They start doing this, like,
oh fucking Lord. Trish, babe, you've done it to yourself. Why did you make this? Why did you say this? Mockers, I love you. Let me know your opinion down below, and I am going to end off the video by showing you this again, because it is now significantly darker and it looks so beautiful. Like, is this not the most insanely beautiful? Oh my god, New York, you have my heart, you have my heart. I'll see you, muckers, bye. Oh, not a jump scare moment. Bye.